Hey guys, welcome to another Skincare Mondays, and today I'm going to be reviewing a drugstore sunscreen. This is from the Alba Botanica collection, or the Alba Botanica brand. It's the Alba Botanica Sensitive Mineral Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30, fragrance free. It's for sensitive skin. And something that I don't like about this is that it says that it's reef friendly. What does reef friendly mean? Is it reef safe or not? Because reef friendly means like it's still damaging, but it's not too much. Is it reef safe or not? Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and try this on my skin. We're gonna see how it works. Does it make me look ghosty? Is it gonna be, is it gonna leave me with a white cast? Let's find out. So I am very fair. My complexion, my face, my skin is I'm light skin, but some sunscreens do leave me ashy looking very white. I do have like a pink hue to my skin, so some of these make me look gray. But anyways, so this is the Alba Botanica Sensitive Mineral Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. Broad spectrum means it's gonna be protecting you from UVA and UVB rays, aging and burning, and it is an SPF of 30. Water resistant. It's water resistant, which is great because I sweat a lot. So if it's water resistant, that means that it's gonna, sometimes if you put sunscreen and then you start sweating, sweating off your sunscreen. But if it's water resistant, then you're safe, at least for me. So that's good. It has no oxybenzone, octinoxate, or synthetic fragrances, which is what makes this a sensitive formula, because usually sunscreens that have those ingredients kind of irritate or sting on the eyes, and this since it doesn't have them, geared towards sensitive skin. And it's also mineral, so mineral sunscreens always leave a white cast if not done correctly. But anyways, let's go ahead and apply this on our skin. We're gonna see if it's true that it is sensitive skin and if it's an SPF of 30. Is it gonna burn my skin when I go out? Alright, now that we're in closer here, we're gonna go ahead and try this out. We're gonna test the consistency. Let's go ahead and put this on my skin, on my hand. Okay, that's all the sunscreen that I'm gonna be applying on my skin. This is also gonna go down my neck. Rubbing it in. It feels very thick. And yeah, so I'm gonna just apply this to half of my skin and see how that works. Okay. It has a mineral fragrance scent. It's reminding me of the EltaMD sunscreen. Definitely has the same fragrance. It is leaving me a white cast, but not so intense that it's gonna be a little bit hard to work with. I feel like this might dilute down as the day progresses. Okay, let me put some on my neck. A lot of people tend to forget the neck, so I'm gonna be applying this down my neck. Alright guys, so there you go. Let me scoot back. And I am very fair skinned. Can you guys tell? No sunscreen. Sunscreen. Now I feel like it's a little bit too bright, so let me go ahead and tone down the brightness because it's a little too bright. Alright guys, so it is leaving me with a white cast, but not so much. Let me go ahead and put in the sunscreen on the other side of my skin. By the way, I also just got out of the shower, so far I'm actually liking this for the price. See how I'm putting it on my eyes and it's not really burning or anything. Okay, so I finished applying the sunscreen, and definitely I do have a cast. You cannot really tell on camera, but I do have a cast. Let me zoom in a little closer. Yeah, you can definitely see right here, it is cast city here in my face. But I'm gonna let this sink on my skin for about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and see how it all looks. Alright guys, so it's been about 15 minutes after applying the sunscreen. So let's go ahead and give our final thoughts on this sunscreen. Before I give my final thoughts though, let's go ahead and zoom in to see how it dried on my skin and everything. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and look at the hairline. First of all, the hairline looks phenomenal. No product was, stuck in my hairline. My eyebrows are also very nice. There's nothing in my eyebrows. You guys can see my eyebrows look very good. When applying the sunscreen, it didn't really, ball up on my eyebrows. On my facial hair, even though I shaved, I don't have any residue in there, so it's gonna be good for you if you have facial hair. If you have facial hair, it's gonna be the best, but it's not gonna be the worst. I have also applied this after I came out of the shower, and I didn't put any moisturizer because I wanted to see how moisturizing this sunscreen is, since it is for sensitive skin. This sunscreen contains really moisturizing ingredients. This sunscreen contains dimethicone. It also has glycerin, shea butter. It also has sunflower seed oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, chamomile extract. It has very moisturizing ingredients. The glycerin and the dimethicone gave it more of like a slip, so that it was able to glide on my skin very nicely. Mineral sunscreens are very chalky and very tacky, so when you're applying on the skin, it's a little bit of a hassle to blend it in. But since this one has glycerin and dimethicone, I feel like, and the oils definitely gave it more of like a smooth soft consistency that I was able to work it on my skin without any problem. I was putting it on my eyes and it didn't really irritate my eyes, so it is definitely sensitive approved. For the reef friendly, that's the only concern right now. It says that it's reef friendly. How is it reef friendly? Why is it not reef safe? But anyways, it's fragrance free. It doesn't have a fragrance. It does have like a mineral sunscreen like everything else. But I definitely do recommend this. Moisturizing my skin. I have oily skin and it did a great job at moisturizing my skin. Even though I didn't put any moisturizer, it did a really good job. The white cast, you guys can see, it does have a white cast, but it's not like incredibly bad. From 1 to 10, this gives me like about a 2 white cast. It's not white cast free. It definitely gives me a white cast, and for me, I'm gonna say it's like a white cast 2. If you have a darker complexion, if you have rich melanin, this is not going to be good for you, because it will definitely leave you with a white cast. But if you're fair, if you're light skin, definitely it's workable, and I do recommend it. I guess overall, for the price and for it being a drugstore sunscreen, mineral, SPF 30, natural, no chemical in it, I think it's a really good buy. It's one of my favorite sunscreens, even though it does give you a white cast initially. I feel like for the ingredients, for the SPF factor, for it being a mineral sunscreen, drugstore, accessible, cheap, I think it's only $12–13. You can always get it. You can buy one, get one 50% off, or you can always get it online for a discount, or you can get it on Amazon's. And for it being water resistant up to 40 minutes, I think it's a great purchase. It's definitely one of my favorites. The best thing I like about this is that it's, like I said, it's water resistant, it's accessible, drugstore, mineral only, which is great, and it doesn't give you a huge white cast. So overall, in my book, if I have to give this a 1 to 10, I'll definitely give this about a 7.5, just because it does give me a white cast, and I cannot erase that. It is gonna give you a little bit of like a whitish tinge, but that's fine. You're gonna be protected from the sun. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drink water, and water your plants, and drink sunscreen, or apply sunscreen. Bye.